Guys, I am seriously trying not to pop a blood vessel right now, but I just read some of the most ridiculous news I think I've ever read in my entire life. Yes, Shrek is getting a reboot.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Yay! This is exactly what the fans have been asking for, and the best part about it is that the creator of Despicable Me is going to be the one who's going to be overseeing this new reboot for the Shrek franchise. We have been waiting for this reboot for so long now. It has been on the lips of Shrek fans all over the world. Shrek Reboot. This is what we want. We want a Shrek reboot. Holy cow, I'm actually getting hot, so I'm gonna take off my hoodie. Okay, look, I don't fundamentally have a problem with reboots. Fundamentally. But when you are trying to reboot a film that was lightning in a bottle, that has become a classic, a staple among animated films, you are just setting yourself up to fail and pissing off all of the Shrek fans that have grown up with that film. Can you imagine if people wanted to reboot like Toy Story or Lord of the Rings or the original Star Wars trilogy? That's kind of like just how ridiculous this is. These are all movies that have become just classics, like films that never need to be touched ever. And yet they decide Shrek needs a reboot. Apparently Melodrandi, or however you say this person's name, wants to use the original voice talent of Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Antonio Banderas. He said, "When you look back on those vocal performances, they're awesome, and while you certainly could make a case for a complete reinvention, I find myself responding to my own nostalgic feelings of wanting to go back to those characterizations. The challenge for us has been to find something that really does feel like it's not simply yet another film in a series of sequels." This dude simply doesn't understand that you can't respond to those nostalgic feelings by rebooting the series. That is not supplementing your nostalgia, and it's definitely not going to supplement my nostalgia. All it's going to do, I mean, I haven't even seen this new abomination yet, this movie that they're going to be making apparently, and I already know that I want to go back and watch the classic Shrek film that I grew up with. The other thing that I feel like he doesn't understand is that he doesn't know what made people appreciate the original Shrek film. You know, it wasn't the fact that it was just an animated film about an ogre and a donkey. It was that it was a very like rebellious anti-Disney type of film. And you know, I love Disney, but I love the fact that DreamWorks just took the gutsy move of making this film and just completely like went off the rails with it. That's what I love so much about Shrek. It's so edgy and it's such an obvious middle finger to Disney, and I think that's what people just appreciated so much about Shrek in its own way. You know, and that doesn't mean that you hate Disney or anything. It just means that you appreciate the fact that DreamWorks just went completely just nuts with the Shrek films. Maybe the new generation will appreciate these films, but I don't see how anyone from my generation or beyond will be all that excited for the series. But let me just show you a quick scroll through some comments that people have, and you can see that the majority of people agree that this is a really stupid idea. Hollywood just continues to recycle movies and franchises, and you know it's getting really pathetic when they're going to reboot a series that isn't even 20 years old yet. That's a classic. Okay, silence the music. Thank you. Let me just go on record to say right now, as clearly as I can, and we can go back to this when this new Shrek film comes out, if it does come out, that I am saying right now that is terrible and is not going to outdo the original Shrek film. No way. So, there we go. It's on record now. The only thing that I can hope for now is that the original cast will refuse to come back for this reboot for this new series and stuff. That's the only thing that I can think of that could potentially solidify the death of this series before it even has legs to stand on. It's tragic, man. This is just ridiculous. And I know that I don't really make too many of these rant videos, but this was just something I just had to get off my chest, and all that stuff. I want to know in the comments below what you think. Are you excited for this new Shrek series? Am I off my rocker for saying what I'm saying and stuff and all that? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your take on this. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And I am going to go and watch the original Shrek film now. And probably Shrek 2. Have a good day.